Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is episode 10 of the CGL Breakdown podcast. I'm Witty, of course, joined by SLATE. SLATE, we've reached episode 10. We've got a decent amount of things to get into today, but let's just take a minute. This has been an awesome run so far. I'm glad we finally got it together.
Yeah.
10 episodes already. It doesn't seem that long to me that we've been up and running and having the masses listen to us babble around for an hour.
You're right. I think the planning of it took longer than this, than the 10 episodes.
That's very true.
And we took 2 weeks off of this, so we should
true.
be 12 in, but we're 10 in because life gets in the way sometimes. But yeah, I can't believe we made it this far either, and we're rolling, and I think we're hitting our stride too.
Hitting the stride. We're unsupervised. We're controlling it all.
We are.
And that's what we're here for. We knew when we paired together, we knew we were going to get information. We knew we were going to get randomness. And I think that's what we brought you. And so far, the people do seem to like it.
Yep.
I got a couple private mentions that they love the combination of voices that are on this show.
Oh, really?
So
we are the peanut butter and
blessed
chocolate.
Vocally. Yes.
Just the combination together is just so good.
It's just so good. You need it in your life. So I want to thank you to all those people. And hey, it's fun. And we have a lot of stuff to talk about today for episode 10. We got some Overwatch to talk about because we're approaching the finals time, which is the big mamma jamma of the MTT. We also had a WARZONE event yesterday. We have a lot of events coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And we are going to be almost spamming out the content for you across a bunch of titles. So everyone's going to have stuff to watch that will interest them for sure. Mm-hmm. But let's dive in first. Overwatch multi-tier tournament. The finals are on their way. We did go with a specific day format for each tier. I think with like a week and a half, 2 weeks to plan, that kind of helps guide teams like, hey, we're going to have for this day. Let's make sure this can happen. And it just helps with making sure there's casters, making sure we can get that streamed.
Yeah.
And, just bring your tier to the show and have that spotlight on them. So I thought that was a good idea. A couple good matchups sticking out for sure. On Friday.
Yes, that's the big one.
NA for Xbox, the Big Daddy, Supernova versus Los Majados. Can Vinny finally get a win in a tournament? I know he's been very close time and time again.
Countless finals.
Just can't seem to kick the door in.
No, he is the Buffalo Bills of the 90s.
Buffalo Bills.
Sorry, Vinny, to throw that on you, but I mean, it's just he's such a great player. That's what it is. It just tells how such a good player he is. He's always there. He can't quite make it to the finish. And it is a team game. So, and it's not all on him, but his ability definitely helps in that position to get his teams there, and his teams are always there. So it's a different cast of characters. I think every time there's a few of them, but they rotate some pieces in and out, and it's same result, it seems like. And we'll see if he can finally get over that hump and get the elusive monkey off his back. We'll see if he can pull a Peyton Manning from what I should know this year, 06.
Yep.
06 or 07. I can't remember.
Are they going up against a Rex Grossman though?
Ooh. Well, let's be honest. It could be the case that they played the Super Bowl the week before, which is what happened in that case. Who knows?
It is crazy though. Like, you can have a player that's so good, but they can't get over the hump. Like, look, all those years it took MJ or LeBron to climb the ladder and finally get that moment, and it ends up meaning so much to them. So that what's good for the masses is when there's a storyline that people can follow. Yeah, that game right there has a storyline. So your casual fans are going to be able to watch that and feel a part of it. Do they want him to win? Do they want him to suffer in agony? I don't know why people would want that, but
you know,
should
people
get a good
do.
matchup
People are
out of
like
that. You do.
We've been around sports long enough
People-
to know that there are people that just want to see people suffer for whatever reason.
It's very true. They might not have done anything to your team or your town, but for some reason,
You just don't like
call
them.
those guys hate the face guys.
We'll
I
call
don't
those guys Tom Brady.
know. I can go with that. We got the TB for those people. And an interesting note: Tier 2 and Tier 3 Xbox NA, they have to play the division finals and the grand finals this week.
Yeah.
Double Overwatch for those two tiers. That's because two divisions. Got to make sure you get the division winners locked up and then go on to the championship. So
Yeah, that
two
was
games, two highly competitive games in 1 week. That's a tough task mentally.
That's something. I don't even know how you prepare for that. Even though I have been in that situation where I had to play a couple in an invitational tournament where we had to turn around and play again like 2 or 3 days later. For us, luckily, it was against the same team, so there wasn't as much preparation. It's almost like that first match is a scrim at that point because you had to turn around and play again. Even though we had to win it to force the set, but that's another story. The interesting thing is we had basically an off week, so it was a kind of a misscheduling on our part that we probably could have got those played last week and gave them more time. And I don't think anybody even noticed until that week was upon us that, oh wait, we didn't have another. Yeah, we skipped a week somehow. I still don't know how that happened. Because when we were playing in the playoffs, we're like, oh look, this is how it's gonna go. This week, boom, 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 and somehow we ended up with an extra week. I don't know how that happened.
You can blame everything on 2020.
Yeah, the
so we'll
vortex that is 2020, just sucking everything in.
It's been a long run. To me, this tournament's gotten to the finals what seems to be the quickest. I know nothing's changed with length of season or anything like that, but this whole regular season and the playoffs have just really flown by for Overwatch. So I just do want to say good luck to everyone that's whether you're tier 2 or tier 3 and you're having a double dip this week, or if you're just in the finals, good luck to everyone. It's a long, crazy journey to make it there, so you guys have earned it. Just keep practicing, keep that mind sharp, and get ready. Finals games are always so salty, always so fun, always so sweaty.
Yes.
So
yeah, you see,
it's a good time.
You can see some stuff you didn't expect to see in the finals. For example, something that people may be more familiar with is the Overwatch League finals from last year. Nobody saw the Bastion coming. The prime Bastion strats that just basically rocked the world there. Nobody saw it coming. And it was almost like a meme, but the funny thing was I think people thought it was a meme initially, but that was a set strat from those guys from the shock. So
exactly
it was
right.
You can see something like that people just aren't expecting. The other note I would also add is for broadcast coverage. We are still working on who the producers and casters are going to be for each of those games. That being said, we don't know which channels they will be on because we don't know what staff we will have available. So I would just keep a close eye on that stream schedule channel in the Overwatch Discord and the social medias, because we will tweet those out as soon as we know who's casting them, what channel they're going to be on, what time they are going to be, because I think a lot of these teams are still trying to figure out what time they can play. We only set the day. We did not set the time for them. We wanted to leave that leverage in case a team is better playing at 7 p.m. Eastern versus 9 p.m. Eastern, or vice versa. We'll let them figure that out, and then we'll push to get it scheduled. There may be the case that we have 2 games going on simultaneously as well. So it may be the issue that you're flipping back and forth between CGL 1 and CGL 2 at different times, and maybe we'll try to figure out a way to do a live look-in type deal. So if I'm doing production, I know how I can do it. I just don't know some of our other producers if they would be willing to make that sacrifice to change things up last minute. So we'll see what we can do. But we're gonna get as much of that covered as we can for you folks. And tier 6 is the money tier. That's the big money one on Friday. So we are gonna go all out for that one. It's gonna be a spectacle as it were. So I know Bullskunk and Billy are on the tier 3 matchup. I'm going to try and jump on that tier 6. Not sure who I'm going to cast it with yet. We'll figure out all those details and get it out to you guys. You won't want to miss that tier 6 final.
And that's just, once again, that's Friday. They don't have a time yet, do they?
No.
Skate?
No, that does not have a time yet.
No time. But yeah, just socials, Overwatch Discord. Be ready for all those updates that are coming. You're gonna see some damn good games, and I'm excited for it. This is definitely the time where you might need the Xbox turned on to Twitch, and the tablet or the laptop or your phone turned on to Twitch too. Because if you got 2 games going at the same time, do yourself a favor, double screen it, and hey, just sit back and enjoy some championship Overwatch, because that's what you're getting.
This is where I might plug. There's another method to do that too if you're on a PC, and we actually used it for some of our multicast. Twitch Theater. If you search Twitch Theater, you can add multi streams in one window, and then you can select which audios you want, which chats you want up. It's awesome. So Twitch Theater, if you got multiple games going on, it may be your best friend this week for some of these games. You can have 2 or 3 of them up all at the same time and then select which audios you want to listen to.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I might be utilizing that this week as well then, since I didn't know about Twitch Theater until right now. So
it's awesome.
Thank you, Skate. You just helped a lot of people out there.
That's what I'm here
have
for.
Multiple things going on at one time. That's
I'm
right.
here for the people.
You are the production guru. The man of the people.
I know how to make it work.
You are the people's champ. Everyone loves themselves some Skate.
Yeah, now I just need the belt so I can hold it up like The Rock. And
I think
Matt looks around for his belt.
I think I got rid of every replica belt I had.
Oh, dang it.
I need to go to a yard show and steal one. That's
Yeah, you gotta have a belt.
Happened. Everyone has a belt in backyard wrestling, just so you know.
Yeah, everybody's the champion of something.
They're terrible. They don't know what they're doing. They have a belt for some reason. I don't know. It's a whole different world. Speaking of championships and winners, last week, as we transition into an event we had yesterday, last week, on this very broadcast, episode 9.
Yeah.
Excuse me. As we brought up the fact that we had a Call of Duty Warzone kill race.
Yes.
For Saturday, which was 6:20. For, I think, probably the second or third time on this program, a prediction was made.
Yeah.
And that prediction, as of now, I'm going to tell you right now, we are recording. It is currently 9:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As of recording time today, a EU team did win the Call of Duty Warzone kill race yesterday, as predicted by Mr. Skate.
Hey,
and it was KRC. KRC. They finished second in the second Warzone kill race. I believe they finished second in the first one. But now, as you can see with the leaderboard pulled up, if you are watching the YouTube broadcast, they have first place right now. They're up by 34 points.
Yeah,
I know that can change quickly, but if you're looking at this table right now, they have 38 more kills, about 11,000 more damage than the second place team. We might have just officially gotten our first EU winner for Call of Duty Warzone kill race, and it's KRC, predicted last week on this very program. And I just want to give hats off to Skate and hats off to KRC for, I know it's not unofficial yet still, but to see the EU team as predicted, and that team, they were so close and in the lead, you know, when EU got done and the NA team came back and took over. This time around, it's not looking likely, and I'm very happy that the EU team got the victory in the Warzone kill race. Hats off to the EU scene in general to get that dub. And it looks like another highly competitive tournament with 49 entries. That's incredible. You're getting a lot of teams and a lot of people showing out to these events, and that's phenomenal to see.
Yeah, we really are. And, the cream has been rising to the top in these. As we were following along, right away we knew that KRC was going to be a contender, as well as Legend of Dragoons. So we got both of those teams on the stream very early, along with Casuals who just kind of lurked around in that third place spot for a while, but come right, the last game that KRC and Legend of Dragoons had right before halftime kind of separated them from everybody. I think KRC had like a 50-point lead at halftime, and then we come out and Legend of Dragoons opens it up with a huge win, and almost evens it up. KRC had an almost 100-point game at one point. You see, they played 12 total games, so the difference there was their strategy versus Legend of Dragoons, and that's the interesting thing about the kill race format is you have these different strategies that people have. Legend of Dragoons went all out to try to win as many games as possible. As you see, 3 out of 6. That's pretty good. They finished top 2, 4 out of their 6 games, and they were putting up kills and getting damage. KRC had a more aggressive approach. If they got down a couple folks, or at least one person early on in the first, first 30 or 40 teams to go out, or 20 or 30 teams, I should say, to go out, they didn't even do the gulag. They dropped out and started a new game.
Wow.
So they just re-rolled. So there was a strategy of where they were going to go, all out for the first 10 minutes or so of a game to see what position they were in, and then drop out if it wasn't good.
Drop.
And it seemed to work out for them. They had one game that we focused on stream, so you're going to want to check out this VOD when I get it up on YouTube in the next couple days. They had combined 52 kills. 52.
That's stupid.
That's not a real number.
No, that ain't real.
No, I don't know what the point total ended up being. That was like the 80 or 90 point game. It was absurd. The clinic that those two put on, KRC, and I want to give a shout out to Adzerk, who was the one streaming it for that team. That man's aim is disgusting, and his sight is superhuman. There were times where he would shoot at things. There were times when he would shoot at things down iron sights, and you would see it pop up with the yellow text on the side, like knocked down, eliminated, and we're like, I didn't even see anything. Watch it, and I don't know how he sees it. And then there was one time he comes around the corner and just hip fire headshots some guy, and I was like, what is going on? So ridiculous. Yeah, there's now I have to give Corbeck the credit. He's the one who said it, but on stream there were 3 things you could count on during that tournament: death, taxes, and Adzerk doing absurd things with a gun. Like, now, he's killing more things.
Is Warzone, are Warzone lobbies 100 like Fortnite, or
they are 150? They are 50 teams of 3.
Oh, 150! Wow.
So they're larger, which ends up being longer games.
They took out over a third of the lobby that one game with 52 kills.
Yes.
Holy crap! A third of the lobby gone. One team. I hate people that can name.
If I may quote the movie Con Air, since I just watched it the other day, that's another side topic. We'll get into that at off topic, but let's just say I watched Con Air, and if I may quote Cyrus the Virus, he killed more people than cancer. All right, so my word.
Oh, Con Air, good lord.
Yeah, do yourselves a favor, folks. Check that one out.
Check that out if you haven't. Check that out for sure. That's incredible.
That's impressive.
Corbeck with the lines. That man's a genius too. I love that.
He's probably he might be the most quick-witted person of all the CGL staff. Like, he is so quick, and it's so methodical too. Sometimes I don't know how he does it.
It's a mystery.
Yeah,
that man right there. But
he's impressive.
KRC, very impressive. I gotta watch one of these. I gotta sit down and watch. I tell you
watch
the VODs.
Watch the VOD of this one. It will be a good one to follow. It was Skate trying to figure out how to produce this, for one, and 2, trying to follow that action and just watching Corbett kind of dictate where we went on things. It's very impressive. He makes it easy to follow. There was a time, and I don't remember if it was going to be on the VOD or not, because there were times where the stream is full screen on a team, like we may have been watching Casuals or Legends Dragoons, and KRC had the most incredible play. I think I want to go back to their channel and actually clip it for top plays, because it happened during the broadcast. Hopefully he has the little checkbox to save his VODs. So I may check that while we're in the middle of doing this, actually. Just pull that up. But anyways, they were down to one player with about 10 squads left, and the circles keep closing in. And for those that aren't familiar, when the circle closes in, like, there's a gas, and if you walk out in that, it starts taking damage. Well, one of their players decided that they were going to go for the win on this particular game, and because of that, the buy box that you can buy back players was in the gas zone. And he went in with the gas mask, bought the player back, ran back out, and almost died. He got back out with a little bit of life, almost died. They got him back, and then, like, probably 2 minutes later, they had the money and found another kill box and got the third player back with, like, 9 teams left, and ended up winning the game.
That's incredible.
Now, we'll mention it on...
If I do it, I die.
Yeah, it was impressive, to say the least.
Yeah, that's just all around impressive, and I know you touched on it a little earlier. Just the different strategies that some of these teams you can see had. Like, No Fear, they're finished 6th, and they only played 7 games, 2 wins. It's with the point system, it just allows so many different play styles, and that's what makes it really freaking cool. You don't have to play one way if you want to compete and succeed in this type of game mode. Like, KRC played double the games that Legend of Dragoons played. I'm just looking at this leaderboard. It's just absolutely phenomenal to see the different strategies and play styles that some of these teams had and how successful it got them.
Oh yeah, it's something. It's impressive, to say the least. I am blown away when I watch people like Adzerk play, just their ability, and they just have a feel for everything going on at all times.
Yeah, that's a special mindset or skill set to have in a game like this. So I don't play them. That's not in my brain.
I don't have that.
No, do not have that. I don't have aim. That's why I play sports games in tank. Overwatch. You don't have to aim.
Yeah, you don't have to aim.
No aim. Still can play the game.
Absolutely.
How about that? It will be interesting moving forward to see if KRC can defend their crown now that they have gotten over the hump. And just to take it back to Overwatch for a second, Vinny, your squad, KRC was second, now first. They got over the hump. You can too. So keep an eye out. Look at that. Tying everything together. One team gets over the hump. Maybe the Overwatch team can do it as well. And it seems like we're going to be doing these Warzone kill races every month.
Yeah.
So sharpen up the skills and get ready for the next one so you can take home that grand prize and maybe beat KRC. Beat out KRC, the defending champions.
Yeah, good
and we'll
luck
see
with
what
that.
happens. But keep your eye out on the YouTube and for the VODs, and that way, hey, maybe you can pick up a couple tips and quick tricks to use when you and your friends are out there playing Call of Duty Warzone to avoid the gulag.
Yes. Just skip the gulag. Who cares? Just move on.
Yeah. Move on. Bring it back.
Yeah, let's run it back.
This time next Sunday, we will be recapping the debut Rocket League tournament as we go to what we got coming up. It is next Saturday, 6/27. I do have an interesting caster that I have yet to tell anyone. Not even, it's just something I've been working on and something I've been talking about. A man with some good background, and he's done some big events before.
Oh.
So I'm going to be telling the group about that.
Did you get Golden Boy?
No, I wish. I would have loved to have Golden Boy on there.
Man, he can cast anything.
Anything. Just give him a little bit of prep time, and bam, he's good to go.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it. A 2v2 tournament. We will have a 3v3, and I think I'm doing that in July. We're doing that in July. That's on the calendar. It's there. But it'll start at 1 p.m. $150 prize pool. That is 75 or 50, 50, and 50, because it's a 3-man roster.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm very excited for this. It's going to be a very good time. Our first step into the Rocket League world. Rocket League, perfect for sports fans, non-sports fans. It's just highly competitive, highly fast, and it should be a very good time. Can't wait for that to start happening. That'll be on CGL 1. And we just have the events rolling, and rolling. Because Sunday, the day after the Rocket League event, we have a $500 Apex Duos event sponsored by Not Human Gaming. That's $500 for the duos.
That's real money.
That's real money.
Yes.
That's a Big Daddy prize pool right there. $500, and it's duos. So, hey, you and the man or woman you trust the most can take home a Big Daddy prize purse. And that is phenomenal stuff right there.
Yeah.
Thank you to Not Human Gaming for sponsoring that.
Absolutely.
First place, $300. Second place, $150. Third, $50.
Yeah, I mean, if Modern Warzone's not your thing and Apex is your thing, it's the same. It's the same format
thing
that we ran through with the Modern Warfare. Check it out. It's impressive to watch how these guys work and what they're able to do with this game. They do things that I never even thought you could do in some of these battle royales. It's impressive to watch, and it's going to be a good one. And this is one that pays out top 3, so it'll be highly contested, and also duos format. That's the other thing. So the top team here, that's $150 a piece. That's good money.
Yep.
That's a good Sunday's work, is what that is.
It's a good chunk of change. That starts at 1 p.m. EST.
Yep.
That's a good chunk of change to take home. What kind of lineups or, I guess, compositions you're going to see with the duos. I've never even attempted duos, so I don't know what meta that would be, or what type of strategy you'd like to use with that, because
I don't know either. I don't play a lot of that. I've just recently got into Apex, and it's only been trios. I haven't done a lot of duos, so I don't know what the feel is for it there either. You do have more teams, obviously, per lobby, being that it's duos instead of trios. But another interesting fact about this.
We're going to learn.
Yeah, we're going to learn. We're going to learn you something. That's what we're going to do. And we will have EU and NA both competing in this at the same time, just like we did with the
Awesome. Awesome. Look at that. So keep an eye on that leaderboard, because that's going to be changing rapidly as that progresses. And hey, thank you to Not Human Gaming again for collaborating with us here and sponsoring this event. And it's a good thing to see the battle royales, even though we haven't even touched Fortnite, to just see that whole branch of video game really taking off and becoming successful here at CGL. Doing great work there. And also on July 11th, it looks like we're taking that Saturday, that weekend off for 4th of July.
Yep.
That's a big event here in America, in case you're from Europe. Americans do love to celebrate their independence, especially with the whole vortex that 2020's been so far.
I can't wait.
So we're taking that weekend off. If you're above the legal drinking age of 21, I'm sure a lot of adult beverages are going to be had.
It is a 3-day weekend for most
grilled.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off at my job. So
same here.
Very excited.
It's gonna be a fun one.
Very
I'm ready for it, man, because I'm gonna unplug from all this stuff probably for 3 days and just chill. Mini vacay.
Just relax.
Yep.
Refresh the system. It's really all you can ask for sometimes. It's always good. Keep the mental health tip-top shape for sure.
Absolutely.
But then we come right back the following weekend with a Warzone kill race and NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Doing the little 3v3 tournament there. So we're going to be double dipping on July 11th, coming back strong from the week off with 2 events for you on Saturday. So, hey, I believe we might do Call of Duty first and then have NBA 2K be your nightcap.
Sure.
So that'll be interesting to see. But now, if you are watching the YouTube version of this podcast, we have events lined out through September.
Yes, that is the CGL1 schedule too. Those are all events on CGL1.
All on the main channel. We are ready. We have you planned until fall. How about that? July is just jam-packed. As you can see, we come back. We take the week off for 4th of July. Come back with, on the 9th, $150 Smash Brothers tournament, July Jam. 10th, Fantasy Strike tournament. That's a fighting game right there. Very fun to watch and to play. Then you have Warzone. You have Call of Duty. Or Call of Duty is Warzone. Then you have 2K. You have Apex.
It's all good.
You have Kunoichi with some events popping in there. Apex, Halo coming back. Rocket League takes you into August. Warzone, Halo, and Apex. And look, Halo and Warzone and Apex all throughout September as well.
And I don't see it on the schedule, but we do have an Overwatch event in there, that GOATS tournament too.
Yes,
is gonna be
GOATS tournament.
I don't remember the date. I feel like it was August, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'm forgetting off the top of my head too, but GOATS is coming.
Yeah, I've been
I will say,
I've still been finishing up MTT stuff, so I haven't even looked at that yet.
In open queue, I have placed Diamond, and I'm retiring.
He's done.
But I did place Diamond in open queue. I did think about taking a screenshot of my SR and posting a retirement post on Twitter.
Yeah, we're done.
But I will not venture down that path. But I'll tell you what, we're lined up through September here with programming on the main channel. We have the GOATS tournament that's not even on the schedule yet because I know Skate and I don't have the dates off the top of our heads.
Yep.
And it's just I believe that's going to be like the MTT, where throughout the week you're going to be streaming somewhere, playing whenever you can type of deal. So
yeah. And then I think we'll probably sprinkle in a few more fighting game events in there as well. I know we got some stuff in the works. If you look, obviously July is jam-packed, and then August and September only have a few on each. That's not to say that this is like finalized. This is all the events we're doing. We're going to keep adding to it. That's all that we have confirmed as of right now, so that you guys know that we're trying to fill up those weeks as much as we can. We want August and September to look just like that July schedule, where we're just filling them in.
July, jam-packed. If you like gaming and you like summer, and you don't like to sweat all the time, I mean,
if you're
July's
like
your
me,
month then.
If you're like me and, you sunburn very easily, you sweat a lot, and like your allergies are incredibly sensitive, so it's like everything outside is trying to kill you, boy, do we have something for you.
You could be like me and can enjoy the sun and bring your devices with you and watch while you're just sitting outside soaking up some sun, or out on the
watch
beach.
a poolside.
Watch a poolside. I don't recommend bringing the device into the water with you.
That's your call. I'm not going to recommend it. That's on you. If you want to.
Someone who has historically just seemed to keep things in my pocket and just go right into water. I don't recommend doing that, but you can take the action with you, and we'll just have so much for you.
Yeah, and
so much for you.
You know what we don't have anymore? The old trope of throwing and pushing people into the pool like unwarranted because everyone has a phone in their pocket now. Like,
That's true.
You just really can't do that to anyone anymore.
The game done changed now.
Yeah. Because if I was to start to even want to do that, I'm like, man, he's got a phone in his pocket. I'm going to feel bad.
I never even thought about that until right now. And it's so true,
You really
though.
just can't. Because...
You can't.
Yeah. Because you're the
Not
asshole if you do.
You're the asshole. This dude's trying to pay off this $9,000 phone that does the same thing as the other $9,000 phone you bought 2 years ago and you just
Right?
paid off. And you're just so right. You can't do that anymore.
You can't.
Huh. The only thing that I haven't been pushed into a pool in a long time. I know the last time, there was one time last year I literally just got my phone and I walked right into the ocean. And
As one accidentally
I
does.
had the phone in the pocket. I'm just
What do you
standing
know?
out
There was an ocean there. Who would have thought?
It just popped up and took me in.
Those pop-up oceans will
Luckily-
get you every time.
Luckily, I didn't dive into a wave or anything, so I felt the splash, and I was like, "Yo, my right pocket's like kind of heavy." And I was like, "Oh crap, that's my brand new phone." But it can happen if you're not mindful of the terrible crap hole of money that's in your pocket at any given time.
Yeah.
So just be careful, kids. Water and technology are not good.
No, they do not blend.
So we've got everything lined up for you. There's plenty of content to be had.
Yes.
Let's transition to the freedom time, the off-topic fury, as we've called it, the randomness. You mentioned that you watched Con Air the other day.
I did. I watched Con Air. In fact, the
I
DVD is
haven't
still
watched
sitting on
Con Air in so long.
the coffee table. Oh, wow. Sir, it is a pleasure. Fun fact, it is one of Skate's favorite movies of all time, so he watches it on a regular basis at times. So every excuse I get to watch Con Air, I will watch Con Air, and its terrible plot. That makes no sense and is so unrealistic, it's laughable. But I do love that movie. Now, some of you kids might not recognize a lot of these names, but it is a star-studded lineup in that movie. That is quite a lineup for a bad action movie. It was the Expendables of its day. You had Prime Cage, Nick Cage. You had Prime John Cusack. He plays the detective or the whatever officer for the FBI. You have Ving Rhames. You have John Malkovich. You've got Danny Trejo. Like it's a full cast. Oh, you've got Steve Buscemi. Yeah. Oh my word, it's quite the cast. It's a treat. So I watched it because it came up in trivia Thursday night. We got back to team trivia for the first time since the big COVID outbreak shutting down the country. So we had our first team trivia night back. We didn't have the full 7-8 person team. We only had 3 of us show up. It was me, the girlfriend, and one of the other regular teammates showed up. And I don't want to be one to toot my own horn, but they were the ones that kept mentioning it while we were playing. But Skate with the hard carry on team trivia night. There were a couple times where I was going down through all the stuff we had got correct and looking down through it, and I was like, guys, we're doing great here. We're doing great the second half. And they would say, he keeps saying we. Like, that was the joke, that I kept saying we. I can't help it. It's a team. It's us. We're working together here. Yes, I'm coming up with all the answers, but still, we're a team.
Yeah, right? Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we had to name
Con Air. That's a great one.
So, yeah, what brought that up was one of the halftime questions. They gave us Nicolas Cage characters from movies, and we had to name what movie it was from. We only knew 2 of the 4, but still, that was pretty par for the course, I think. One of them was Cameron Poe, which was his character in that movie, and of course I knew that.
Oh yeah, let's go.
And then the other one was what was it? Castor Troy.
Castor Troy. Holy crap.
From the Great Face Off. That's another terrible movie with a bad plot.
Yep, okay. I gotta watch Con Air and I gotta watch Face Off again. It's been
That
way
is-
too long.
That is 90s action movies for you. If you like just those two in general, just knock those two out, you get the gist. That's every 90s action movie.
Yeah, true. And
Like, you get all the
the only
tropes.
time they were different is if Steven Seagal was in there.
Like, they literally just took his face. Like, the plot of the movie was you cut his face off and put it on another man's body to emulate who he is. We can't do this with plastic surgery and masks. We have to remove his face because bone structure means nothing.
None of that matters. It's just the skin.
It's just the skin.
Just the skin.
So, yeah. Who
I say it all
greenlit
the
that?
time.
Who was
Oh, man.
Who was the guy in the studio going, that's a great idea?
That's a great idea. That's a box office smash right there. Cut his face off, stick it on your own. You're them. No difference at all.
Yeah, kids at home, if you didn't get the gist of it, that's not how that works. So don't try that at home.
Try it at home. You cannot change who you are just by cutting off someone's face, putting it on your own. There's a lot of other things that are involved. What a weird. Now, 1997 especially, like when you went, the 90s is, I was born in 1990. I love the 90s.
90s were great.
But man, oh man, were there some things that I just will not understand, and that would be like the mid to late 90s action movies.
Yeah. They were scraping the
the
barrel for
whole-
stuff.
Scraping the barrel for everything, anything they could think of. They tried to make it work, and it didn't happen. Other than Pokemon, like the mid to late 90s were a weird time. Everyone was rocking denim jackets.
Yeah, denim was back. I forgot about that. It was a
Denim
weird time.
was absolutely crazy. I remember I was in like second grade or something, and I guess I was smart, so they took me and like 4 kids, and we did this project. And I remember they gave us, for this event, they gave us denim jackets with like whatever the event was, like on a
Right.
patch sewn on.
Yeah.
And I remember then as a 6-7-year-old kid going like, I hate denim, I don't want this. But everything was denim. It was starter jackets and denim. That's just
Starter
all you
jackets.
saw.
Oh my god, the reversible pullover starter jackets.
Weird fact, I have a Minnesota Vikings starter jacket. And it was strictly because the Eagles sucked in 1997, and I remember Randall Cunningham, and he was the Vikings quarterback. And I said, I hate them when they play the Eagles, but I want Randall to do well, so let me buy this Viking starter jacket. And it's still hanging in my basement. And
Randall Cunningham.
I still have my Randall Cunningham Eagles jersey, which I'm trying to look in my closet to see if it's not accessible. But
Yeah.
it's just a weird time. Weird time in the mid to late 90s.
The mid to late 90s. It was the greatest time to be alive, I think. It was awesome.
I
You
think
kids
so,
don't know what
too.
you missed. Like, if you can't remember anything, like, pre 9/11, it was a hell of a time to be alive.
Wild time. You were trading Pokemon cards. You were playing.
Remember Pogs? Yeah!
Oh, I remember Pogs. I had a lot
Beanie
of
Babies
Pogs.
were a thing.
Beanie Babies were crazy.
Everybody thought that like that was going to be their retirement. Was they're going to collect these Beanie Babies and they're going to be worth money
Sell
forever.
'em.
Where are those people now?
Where? That's very true. They're probably still holding.
They're
on to
probably
the
on an
Beanie
episode of
Babies.
Hoarders.
That's true, because if you collected Beanie Babies,
You ended up on Hoarders.
yeah, because
That's a straight path.
I don't know. They made every single possible plausible animal you could think of, gave it a name, and sold it.
I think at one time, I don't remember if it was Beckett or who, but somebody had a value list that they were giving out for the Beanie Babies. Like they had an official value list. I don't remember if it was Beckett or who it was. That's the only company I could think of that used to do those.
True.
So it was probably them. But And that's another thing, kids, that you don't know. We used to get catalogs. It was like a catalog. It was like a magazine that had the value of your trading cards in it.
Yep.
By rarity and condition and all kinds of things. So you'd have to flip. It was like a magazine, like that people. A magazine's a whole nother thing, kids. We used to get these things every month called magazines.
With like thin tissue like paper, it seemed.
Yeah, but you would get these catalogs. You could still. The kids maybe have seen the like the fantasy football guides you'll see come out, or something that you may see at the grocery store.
True.
If you're ever in there, it's similar to that, where you get this like thick, like 100-page printed catalog that had all the values in it, and it was just it's as boring as it sounded. It was just a book of a giant spreadsheet.
Yep.
That's all it was.
Wow, yeah, that's literally it was a big spreadsheet.
You didn't have a lot of pictures or anything. I think occasionally you did for like the start of each like sport or whatever, but mainly it was like a parts catalog. If you go to the automotive section and you go to look for what kind of oil filter or something you need, it looked like one of those where you just flip through and it's just got the make and the value and the year.
It's crazy. I remember going to, there was a comic book store that was like 2 minutes from my house. So like my brother and I and all of our neighborhood friends would ride our bikes down there. Yeah. We'd get the brand new freaking booster packs for Pokemon cards. And anytime that magazine came out with the values, we always picked up one of them just to see what we had. I remember baseball cards. We were still putting baseball cards
in the spokes
onto the spokes of our bike tires to get that little vroom vroom. And the Attitude Era in wrestling. I'm 8 years old, going to school and crotch chopping.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Attitude Era. That was the 90s as well. Like
that was a glorious time.
That was like that was peak professional wrestling.
I'm rewatching those episodes. One day I do WCW, the next day I do WWE, going back and forth. The hairstyles were weird.
WCW, like the production value of WCW was so bad.
Even they were kicking.
They looked like they were in a barn somewhere.
Yep.
There was no stage.
No stage. Half the time, the people would come out and that would say they had a manager. Like case in point, there's an episode 1999. Jeff Jarrett comes out for a match. And
Double J.
When he comes out onto the stage, it says Jeff Jarrett with Deborah McMichael, who is nowhere to be found. So, as I found out on a podcast, they had to tell Deborah that she needed to get out there because the graphic came up with her name under Jeff Jarrett. So Jeff Jarrett's halfway down the ramp as she's running out onto the stage down to get up with him. And I'm just like, this is bad production value here. What are you doing? You're a professional company. You have Ted Turner's money, and this is what you do with it.
Oh, Ted Turner.
Billionaire Ted.
I'm kind of glad we don't have Ted Turner anymore because he was a crazy dude. He's a crazy billionaire, I should say. Yeah.
God. Oh, the 90s. That was a glorious time, though, kids.
It was.
All you had was Pokemon and hanging out, and then Digimon came out, and Beast Wars, and denim jackets.
Yeah, this was early days of the internet, too.
Dial up.
If you ever use dial-up internet, that's a sound you will never forget.
Embedded into your mind.
It's ingrained into your mind. And the fact that you had to have a phone line. And everybody had a landline phone.
Yep.
Whether they had a cordless or not, or had the cord that was 14 miles long that you could stretch all the way around the house like 4 times is a different story. And that phone was always in the kitchen.
Yes.
I don't know why. That phone was always in the kitchen.
It was always in the kitchen. Always in the kitchen. I still remember when we got our first like cordless phone. It was like Christmas.
Did it have the retractable antenna thing?
Oh yeah. Yep. Just like my mom's first cell phone, that antenna was like 9 miles long.
Oh yeah.
So
it was like
They're trying
It's
to
like
reach outer space.
Yeah, it's like you're talking into a fishing pole.
Oh my God, cell phones have. Oh, cell phones have
No, we don't have
changed.
antennas.
They don't have no antennas.
For a while there, we had
They're
the,
not
the,
built
the
fast.
small little pop-up from the flip phones.
Yep. Oh yes, dude. Those old phones though, they used to last. Like you'd be able to drop that sucker 100 times, and that thing would
Yeah.
still work.
I mean, you had
remember
no coverage, but you couldn't break your phone.
Exactly. For that off chance that you actually had coverage,
Yeah.
you were good, but
You could play
just never
Snake.
had. You could play Snake. Snake was a very popular game. I think that was the only game I played because everything else was a little lame.
Yeah.
And I remember you could get aim on your phone, and that was like,
Game changer.
oh my God. That who knew that 15 years later that's exactly what text messaging is.
Yes.
But
the AIM
man, it
led
was
that
just-
way because they had the emoticons. They were the ones pioneering all that. I mean,
Yep.
other messaging services had it, like your MSN Messenger. I had a few friends that used MSN
Yeah.
Messenger, those weirdos. I still don't understand.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was-
but AIM was the flagship at that time.
it was. I just wish now you could put an away message up.
Yeah.
And anytime someone tried to talk to you, that would come up.
That'd be
Because that's the best thing about it. What awkward song lyric can you include in your away message on AIM?
nice. And then we'll see if anybody knows what song it is.
Oh man, we're just dropping knowledge for any young kid that is like, I don't know what these two old heads are talking about, but
my day.
back in my day, and before even the cable that you could plug into your car, you had
Yeah.
to have the cassette.
Oh, the
go
cassette
into the
adapter.
cassette player, and then that had the cord that you plug in. And yes, we used to not have music on our phones. We used to have an iPod or some kind of MP3 player.
We had
Or
the
CD
CD player, yeah.
Oh, the Walkman with that.
But you
anti-skip
had to have the
protection.
anti-skip. You had to have the anti-skip protection. You kids don't know. You would bump that CD player, and it would have to figure out where it was on that CD again if you bumped it. So the anti-skip, it actually read ahead on the disc and kind of stored it in a memory temporarily if you bumped it. So yeah, that was a thing. And you had to keep, if you didn't have the power adapter for you had to keep buying batteries for
Yep.
the Walkman. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
By the way, I still
How did
use
we
I still use a cassette adapter in my car. Yeah, you've seen it. I use a cassette adapter
you did.
because my car can't figure out if it's new or old. It's got the
They were
digital
like-
screen and stuff, but it's not a touch screen. It doesn't have navigation, and it uses a tape as a cassette
I
player.
think they were like, there might be a couple old people that will buy this car. We got to throw this in there.
Right. It's got a Bose cassette player.
It's top quality. But it's still a cassette,
It's the best quality you're gonna get out of a cassette player, but it's a cassette player.
but it's still a cassette player.
It's like hooking a Super Nintendo up to like a new LED TV. It's like
Oh my god.
it's the best TV. It's the best you're gonna get out of it. It's not great, but it's the best you're gonna
It's
get.
not great, but it's so true. How quickly times have changed.
They have. So if anybody has any any cassettes of like Guns N' Roses, I guess, or maybe like I don't know. Kansas. Yeah, we need some Kansas. Some
Maybe like,
some Motley Crue.
yeah. Oh man.
I can pop open that fancy automatic sunroof I've got. By the way, it's got an automatic sunroof and seat warmers, but it has a cassette player.
But it has a cassette player. Your car is having a mental crisis.
It also has
know
a
what it
6-disc
is.
changer in the dash that got jammed
true.
up a long time ago. So it doesn't have a 6-disc changer anymore. It's there, but it might
It's
as well
there.
not be.
It's not accessible.
No, it doesn't work.
Do they even sell CDs now? Are they still? I haven't looked to buy music in so long. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore.
Can you buy a CD? Can I walk into Walmart and buy a CD?
You know what? I do need to go to Walmart today. I'm going to look because I am honestly
Will it be like?
not sure.
Will it be like now? That's what I call music. 142.
Yeah. What now? What now is out there?
Yeah.
Are they still
Speaking
making
of the '90s, that's when Now debuted.
Now
And it
debuted.
was on TV. They had commercials. Now that's what I call music, and it didn't have a number.
Nope.
It was just
Bam.
now that's what I call music.
The debut, and then man, oh man, they
Jock
come out.
jams.
I think
Don't get me started on jock jams.
Jock jams.
The
amount
is that
of-
on Spotify?
Oh, yeah. There's got to be at least one
Jock
of
jams
them.
has to be on Spotify, right?
Yeah,
I'm
they
searching
still
now.
have Spotify. You can find all the glory and amazing '90s techno music.
So
which I love to play random.
somebody made a playlist of all the songs from jock jams.
Okay, perfect. So while it's not jock jams, it is
Yeah.
as close as you're going to get to jock jams.
So you can jam out with your 2 unlimited and 69 boys.
Oh my God, I remember all those commercials for it's the ballads of love.
And Celine Dion was on every single one of them,
Yep.
like 8 songs.
Hey, call right now in the next 15 minutes and you'll get ballads of rock along with it. Just pay separate shipping and handling.
Yeah, kids, they used to sell music via commercials on TV late at night. So if you fell asleep with the TV on, like Celine Dion would wake you up in the middle of the night. My favorite was Going South. The Southern Rock collection, and it's got like a rebel flag on it. It's like, this is the most redneck thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's just like a bunch of like CCR and Leonard Skinner and oh man.
Sweet Home Alabama was on.
Sweet
every
Home
single
Alabama.
one of them.
Sweet Home Alabama was the one that they played on that. Like, oh yeah, it's got it on
All
here,
the
so we're gonna
time.
buy it. Because you couldn't stream all this music from whatever source, so you had to buy whatever album had those on it. So that's what they did. They compiled them on one disc and sold you that disc. It was almost like a greatest hits style.
And everyone loved it.
Yeah.
Mothers and fathers everywhere were buying those CDs.
Yeah. Not to mention music clubs. We had music clubs.
Music clubs. Oh man. Used to have book clubs too.
Yeah.
Used to have book fairs.
Oh
They even
yeah, the
have
book
book
fair.
fairs
The Scholastic Book Fair.
Scholastic Book Fair.
Man,
That was where I
$8
first bought a
you
Harry
could walk
Potter
out with like a Lamborghini poster and some eraser toppers, and you were the coolest kid in school.
You were the man. You'd get the eraser top that smelled like
Oh,
grape
yes!
or something. You were feeling like a king or a queen.
The
back in those
posters,
days.
everybody wanted the posters for whatever reason. I don't think anybody ever hung the posters up. They just bought the posters. As Witty looks around to find one. I swear to
I gotta
God,
look.
if you've got like a Tawny Katane poster.
I think I have a Simpsons poster of Bart Simpson writing down like all these different things on the
Oh
chalkboard.
my
Just
God.
like the opening scene. Let me look real
All right,
quick.
Witty's gonna look, and I'm gonna fill while he looks for the Bart Simpson poster. What are the odds that I would bring it up and the poster would exist? Now I gotta see this. I hope it's back there behind the mystery wall that apparently Witty has storage behind his wall. He just pulls it out and things slide in and out of there. This is one for video. If you guys are not on video, you got to check this. Oh my God, there it is.
Oh,
Oh my God. He's
who would have thought? Who would have thought? Oh man, that's
What a
great.
time
There's
to
some
be
gems in
alive.
this one. I will not eat things for money. No one is interested in my underpants. I will return to seeing iDog.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What a
No one wants
time.
to hear bits. And the boys' room is not a water park.
The boys' room is not a water park.
Not a water park.
I swear,
Fine.
If we did show titles, like individual titles for episodes, this week's episode would be The Boys' Room is Not a Water Park.
I had it looks like I have crazy parallels of randomness in my room. I took off all my closet doors because I am in the process of moving or looking for a place I'm prepping to move.
Okay.
So I've just taken closet doors down so I have access to all my clothes. And
yeah, I just figured it was, to cut down on time in the morning because those couple seconds of opening the door add up.
That's true. they do add up.
So who needs closet
They
doors?
do add up.
They just get in the
now,
way. And let's be honest. Who closes their closet doors all the time? Don't you always just leave one open?
That's true. You have to.
So
they're
have the
those
doors?
like sliding ones.
Yeah.
So I just took them right off the track and I'll throw them out when
I don't even
get
have
take
doors on my
stuff.
closet now that I think about it. I just realized no, there's none on mine.
you never want to close them. Like I don't know what you're hiding. There's clothes in there.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, it's just closed. You're not missing anything.
Exactly. People see what I wear. I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah. That's the way it goes. We did it again.
Wow.
We made it an hour.
We did it. We always do. That's a lock. This is the hour ride of your lifetime where we teach you about things that you don't know about if you're young.
Yeah.
Like guys, if you're not from the 90s, you just got a whole breakdown of the 90s.
Yeah, we just walked you through it.
50 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that you could be born in 2000 and be turning 20 right now, which is
that's unreal. I can't wrap my head around that.
No, I can't. I hear 1980 still, and I'm like, yeah, that wasn't long ago.
Oh yeah, or you hear somebody like I can't remember what I was. I was watching Driver last night because somehow I had never watched Driver, and it was from 2011. And I was like, oh, that was like just a few years ago. I remember when Driver came out. Oh, that was almost a decade ago.
It's nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Everything your parents said is true. Just so you know about getting old and time flying and wishing you were young. Yeah, all that stuff is true.
Yeah. Very, very much so.
Yeah. Enjoy your youth.
Enjoy it while you can. Remember the moments, because things change very quickly.
Yes.
And before you know it, you're looking back and going like, holy crap, I did that as a kid, or that's what that was like. Yeah. It's real. It's all real.
And don't wish to be an adult because it's hard. I'm going to tell you right now. Stop that. I can't wait to be an adult so I can make my decisions. No.
Nope.
Stop.
Nope.
Just drop that right now. It's not worth it. It's all a lie.
Enjoy every single moment of your youth and your early teenage years, because before you know it, you'll be like, man, I wish I could go back to that. I wish I could go back to that all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to be an adult. Not fun.
No, it's not fun. I want a refund. I was sold a false bill of goods.
Right.
Well, I think we ought to wrap it up, and so we can. I can head off to Father's Day activities with my father and my grandfather. So.
Yes, it is also Father's Day. I didn't even mention that at the beginning. I'm a terrible host.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the dads that may be listening.
Yep.
I imagine there are more dads than mothers.
Happy Father's Day to every single father out there, any father figure that you've had in your life.
Yes, they also count.
Hey.
Just because they're not biological doesn't mean they ain't your dad.
That's right. A lot of the times, it happens in those situations. But everyone who stepped up, it's important with the parenting. Obviously, both mothers and fathers are important, but today is Dad's Day. So thank you for all you do. Especially just want to give a quick shout out to my dad, who was always at my sporting events, was always there for me when a girl broke my heart, and who has helped me do things, or helped me be able to do things that make me a somewhat hands-on responsible adult. when it comes to household workings, lawn care, and grilling. So I appreciate
those are the staples.
The big staples. And hey, happy Father's Day to every other father out there. Hope you guys have a great day and feel loved and feel special, because that's what this day is for. And enjoy that last day of the weekend properly as we look forward to another week of work.
Yes.
Woo.
Yes, do something for Dad today. Even if it's something small.
Exactly.
Like, just take that load off, because he's got to go work tomorrow. You know?
He's got to go to work. Just tell him something nice. Make him a card. Make him bacon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See him just kind of hanging out on the couch or something. Hey, Dad, can I get you a drink?
Yeah.
Maybe something small.
Something
trust
small.
me,
That's
that
a long
stuff.
way.
It does go a long way. Yeah, like I said, I've talked about it before. My girlfriend's got kids, and when they do little things like that, it's like, hey, that's nice.
It's okay. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, everybody likes, being taken care of from time to time. Even Dad does. He might not show it, but trust me, he does.
You are right about that. And you know what? These two bearded, handsome men that we are, we will be back next week with episode 11. Just remember, check out all of our socials, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, anywhere you want. We are there, Console Gaming League. Check for that. Check this show out. Feel free to comment on tweets, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave comments on YouTube, send us DMs about stuff you like and stuff you don't like. As long as you rate and share and get the word out there, that's all we're looking for. We're available anywhere you can listen to a podcast, especially Spotify. Spotify's the popular bad boy, so
thanks, Joe Rogan.
Get in on that. Thank you, Joe Rogan. Great place to put a bow on this bad boy. I hope everyone has a great day, and we will be back next week for Skate. I am Witty. We'll see you later.